September 13, 2021. New York's brightest night. Fashion's Oscar. The Met Gala. On the red carpet, billionaires were posing. Diamonds were sparkling. Champagne was flowing. And then, she arrived. Wearing a white dress. 3 words written in red letters on her back. Tax the rich. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was smiling. Photographers went wild. Cameras exploded. The internet froze. And then, it began. Within 24 hours, her life turned into hell. The left accused her of being fake. The right judged her as a hypocrite. Everyone cancelled her. This is the story of how a congresswoman turned into a viral disaster with a single outfit. The sun hadn't risen yet. In Alexandria's home in the Bronx, the phone was ringing. The stylist team was on the way. The makeup artist was ready. The dress would arrive in an hour. But Hawk had only one thought in her mind: today, I'm going to send a message. The Met Gala was America's wealthiest night. Ticket price, $35,000. Attendees, billionaires, CEOs, Hollywood stars. And Hawk was invited. According to reports, her team was hesitant. Those close to her say they told her, maybe we shouldn't go this year. But Hawk insisted. No. I'm going. And I'm going to show them the truth. The designer was Aurora James. Young, Canadian, a black fashion icon. Founder of the Brother Vellies brand. Sustainable fashion advocate. And she had made a special dress for Hawk. Wide. Elegant. Simple. But on the back, a bomb. In red letters, bold font, tax the rich. According to reports, when Hawk first saw it, her mouth fell open. Those close to her say she said, perfect. But at that moment, she didn't know yet. This dress would trigger the biggest crisis of her career. Hawk stood in front of the mirror that morning. The dress fit perfectly. The message was clear. The intention was pure. Or so she thought. Her communications director walked in. Looked at the dress. Paused. Are you sure about this? Hawk turned around. It's going to cause a reaction. Good. That's the point. The director nodded. But something in her eyes said, this might be bigger than you think. 3 hours later, the limousine was ready. Hawk stepped inside. The dress rustled against the leather seats. She checked her phone one last time. Twitter was calm. Instagram was normal. The news cycle was slow. It wouldn't stay that way for long. The limousine stopped in front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The door opened. Hawk stepped out. Her white dress swayed in the wind. The writing on her back was visible to every camera. Tax the rich. Photographers screamed, Hawk. Look here. Turn around. Show the back. She turned. She smiled. She posed. And at that moment, everything started. Flash after flash. Click after click. Camera after camera. The first photos hit Twitter within seconds. The first comments exploded within minutes. She wore a tax the rich dress. To a $35,000 event. The irony. You are the rich, Hawk. This is peak performative activism. Hawk was sipping champagne inside. She hadn't checked her phone yet. She didn't know yet. But the internet had already made its decision. Guilty. Her phone vibrated. A message. From her team. Hawk, don't look at Twitter. Not now. But she looked. Tax the rich was trending. But not with praise. With rage. She's partying with billionaires while lecturing us about inequality. Disgusting. This is exactly what's wrong with the Democratic Party. All performance, no action. Her dress cost $0 but the ticket was $35,000. Who paid for it? Taxpayers? According to reports, Hawk didn't eat that night. Those close to her say she didn't speak on the limousine ride back. She just stared out the window. And her phone kept vibrating. When she woke up, the world had changed. Every news channel was talking about her. Fox News, Hawk's hypocrisy on full display at elite Met Gala. CNN, Ocasio-Cortez sparks debate with tax the New York Post, cover photo of Hawk's dress. Headline, taxing logic. But the most painful were the criticisms from the left. Going to the Met Gala and wearing a slogan doesn't change policy. It's theater. Hawk has become the thing she swore to destroy, a celebrity politician. According to reports, she cried that morning. Those close to her say she asked, why doesn't anyone see the message? But the message was lost. Because the internet saw the hypocrisy, not the message. Hawk returned to Twitter. She posted a thread. The time has come that we address everybody. And yes, before you ask, NYC elected officials are regularly invited to and attend the Met due to our responsibilities in overseeing our city's cultural institutions. The medium is the message. And this is a conversation we need to have. Tax the rich. But the responses were merciless. So you're saying you had to go? LOL. You could have said no. But you didn't. Because you love the attention. The medium is the message? The message is, you're one of them now. According to reports, her PR team panicked. Those close to her say they told her, issue an apology. But Ock refused. I didn't do anything to apologize for. For 72 hours, the world talked about her. Memes exploded. Ock's dress was photoshopped, tax the rich replaced with I am the rich. Another version, tax the poor, just kidding. A video montage of her drinking champagne at the Met Gala, socialism for thee, champagne for me. Attacks from the right came hard. Ben Shapiro on his podcast, This is the Left in a Nutshell. Champagne socialists. Limousine liberals. She is the elite. Tucker Carlson on Fox, she lectures working-class Americans while dining with billionaires. It's sickening. But the disappointment from the left cut deeper. One prominent progressive commentator wrote, I defended Ock for years. But this is hard to defend. An anonymous socialist account posted, she's been in Congress 3 years and hasn't passed a single tax the rich bill. But she'll wear the dress. According to reports, Ock didn't sleep those days. Those close to her say she read Twitter until 3 a.m. every night. Every comment. Every meme. Every attack. And inside, she slowly broke. She tried to understand. She tried to explain. She tried to defend. But the internet had decided. And once the internet decides, there's no going back. Ock didn't mention the Met Gala for 2 weeks. She declined interviews. She focused on legislative work. On committee hearings. On constituent services. But the damage was already done. Statistics told the story, 12.4 million people on Twitter used the tax the rich hashtag. 87% negative sentiment. Ock's follower count dropped for the first time, minus 140,000 people. Approval rating in polls fell from 54% to 48%. According to reports, Democratic Party leaders warned her, this hurt us. Be more careful. Those close to her say Ock responded, I did the right thing. They just didn't understand. But did they? Or did she miscalculate? A month later, Ock spoke again. She appeared on a podcast. I don't regret the dress. I regret that people focused on the wrong thing. The message was, tax the rich. That's still my message. But the internet didn't forgive. Comments flooded in, still not apologizing. Classic. She learned nothing. The problem wasn't the message. It was the hypocrisy. The host pressed her, do you understand why people were upset? Ock paused. I understand that optics matter. But I also believe in using every platform to push for change. Even a $35,000 a-ticket gala? Especially a $35,000 a-ticket gala. Where else would that message be more relevant? The logic was sound. But the public didn't care about logic. They cared about the feeling. And the feeling was, you're one of them now. Today, in 2025, that dress is still being talked about. Every Met Gala, Ock's name comes up. Every tax the rich debate, that photo gets shared. Every criticism of performative politics, that moment gets referenced. According to reports, Ock doesn't attend those types of events anymore. Those close to her say she said, never again. But the question remains, did Ock do something wrong? Or did the internet misunderstand the message? Maybe both are true. Maybe the message was right, but the venue was wrong. Maybe the intention was sincere, but the perception was bad. Maybe she wanted to challenge the elite from within their world. Maybe she genuinely believed the dress would spark conversation. Maybe she underestimated how quickly the internet would turn on her. Or maybe she knew exactly what would happen and did it anyway. Because that's who Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is. Someone who takes risks. Someone who pushes boundaries. Someone who refuses to play it safe. But every risk has a cost. And that night, the cost was steep. One thing is certain, that night, Ock made a choice. And that choice followed her for years. The dress became a symbol. For her supporters, it was bold activism. A brilliant use of platform. A middle finger to the establishment. For her critics, it was pure hypocrisy. Elite cosplaying as progressive. A fraud exposed. For historians, it became a case study in modern political communication. How one image can define a narrative. How optics can overshadow intent. For Ock herself, it became a lesson. According to reports, she rarely talks about it now. Those close to her say she's moved on. But the internet never forgets. And in politics, perception is reality. The Met Gala incident changed something fundamental in Oc's public image. Before that night, she was the insurgent, the outsider, the voice of the people. After that night, she became something else. Not quite establishment, not quite outsider. Somewhere in between. And that ambiguity became her bird. Critics on the right already hated her. This just gave them more ammunition. But losing credibility with the left? That hurt more. Because those were her people, her base, her movement. And when they questioned her, it stung. According to reports, private conversations with progressive allies became tense. Those close to her say some relationships never fully wreck. The dress became a wedge, a dividing line, a test of loyalty. Were you with Oc or against her? Did you see the gesture as brave or foolish? Did you focus on the message or the medium? Your answer revealed where you stood. September 13, 2021. One dress. 3 words. Tax the rich. And the internet never forgot. Oc is still in Congress. Still advocating for socialist policies. Still delivering the same message. Still fighting for Medicare for all, the Green New Deal, wealth taxes. Still challenging the status quo. Still refusing to be silenced. But that dress went down in history. For better or worse, the internet decided. And in the age of viral moments, one image can define a career. One tweet can destroy a reputation. One dress can spark a revolution or a cancellation. Oc learned that the hard way. She wanted to make a statement. She did. Just not the one she intended.